Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day today, as usual. And we got an update on the good old Flare networks. Let's talk about it. I think, personally, it is a bit controversial. I know. We're going to go ahead and get into it today because we do have an update from the Flare Networks team. I know nobody's really excited necessarily about Flare anymore for the most part. I personally, used to have FLR as part of my, blockfolio, kind of trying to bump up that, total crypto bag value. I personally removed it recently because it's just showing contract prices on Poloniex, and I don't even have the coins yet. I don't know when it's going to launch. So honestly, I have had such, anti-excitement. I have had such boredom of this. I actually just removed it from my whole, crypto tracking application, which just has XRP right now. I used to have Flare in there, but it's just like, you know what? Honestly, I don't even own the coins. Hasn't launched yet. I'm just going to leave it out of there for now. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the Flare Network says, when Flare, the team is aiming for July 4th, 2022, 4th of July, to be confirmed in mid-June, subject to audit. Flare is not just enabling early Layer 1 tokens to be used as smart contracts. It's bringing advanced cross-chain interoperability to all networks, and here is the roadmap. So let's go ahead and get through this thing. I'll give you guys my opinion. Wait, that's not the right thing to click. There it is. All right, hotel Wi-Fi not doing too bad. Yeah, I am at an undisclosed location in California right now. Just having a little vacation time out here. So, Flare rollout process. In 2020, we set to build out a chain that would allow a few tokens from early layer 1s to be used as smart contracts. This is not the Flare that we will be delivering. Through extensive additional engineering and research, we have further developed our initial ideas and protocols to build something much more exciting. Quick check, we're still recording the video. Good, just had to make my paranoia calm down right there. Flare enables a breakthrough in decentralized cross-chain functionality. Existing solutions are unsatisfactory. That is very true, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. As an example, the reality of token bridging is that almost all existing systems are heavily centralized. Very true. These bridges are essentially a digital adaptation of the historical banking model. Thus, they allow control your tokens whilst being unregulated. Those that are genuinely decentralized are constrained to use an existing method of communication, the light client relay that forces a choice between being slow or unsafe. Furthermore, light client relays do not work with all consensus protocols and suffer from being incompatible with optimized smart contracts that are written outside of a blockchain's virtual machine environment. Such optimized smart contracts are increasingly being used. When Flare launches, it will be a technologically advanced cross-chain interoperability network that answers many of the issues inherent in the space that I love the buzzwords. It will enable a safer and properly decentralized cross-chain future. Nothing else we are aware of comes anywhere close. With Flare's open protocols, developers are given the tools to build an extensive array of interoperability solutions. So Flare is building 3 core interoperability products: F assets providing non-smart contract chain tokens such as Bitcoin, XRP, Litecoin, Algo, Doge with smart contract functionality on Flare. Again, do you remember as soon as Elon was doing the whole pump the heck out of Doge on Twitter, Flare, did decide to make it a F asset layer cake. And again, you guys know those food coins. Before the, animal coins were exploding, it was the food coins, man. The food coins were exploding, so I imagine that's why this is the name for it, layer cake. Safe, genuinely decentralized bridges between smart contract platforms, both to and from Flare. Example given, Flare and Solana. Also between third-party chains, Ethereum and Solana, secure by Flare. Layer cake enables the use of F assets on Flare, as well as any chain integrated with Flare via a layer cake bridge. I really like the idea of this because this is true cross-chain functionality, not keeping it just strictly to one blockchain. Safely relay any information, including off-chain data, between any set of chains secured by the state connector. This gives developers total decentralized application composability, all secured by Flare. As an example of this system, we'll be setting up a relay of the FTSO prices to Solana. Again, nothing comes close to what we were building with Flare. This is why our strap line has changed to connect everything. I like the idea of this. This kind of has a similar a similar goal to Quant, which was trying to make like a, one blockchain for the banks to use kind of thing. It was like an operating system for the banks. The initial rollouts of these 3 products will be coordinated by Flare for specific chains of key importance. To meet anticipated demand, we will also be launching an incentive program for developers to expand the connectivity to the Flare ecosystem. I'm going to skip through all that right there. So key milestones. The state connector has fully been deployed on Songbird. Dude dumped that whole bag at 35 cents. With the current prices of like 7 cents, not going to complain about that one. Over the next couple of weeks, the decentralized consensus model will also be rolled out, and validation will incrementally shift from its current model to being run entirely by the FTSO providers. This brings the project to the point at which it is possible to launch Flare. To mitigate Flare launch technical glitch risks, an audit with Trail of Bits, one of the most reputable firms in the space, has been booked to start on May 16th. This will run for 3 weeks, and provided no issues are found, Flare will aim to launch on July 4th. The team will confirm this date in mid-June when the audit completes. So anticipated orders of events on Songbird roadmap, state connector activation, updated consensus activation, state connector client release, F-Asset A launch, Layer Cake Bridges Batch 1 launch, F-Asset B launch, FTSO performance upgrades. So honestly, we could read through this whole thing. The last thing I'm just going to do is the Flare roadmap, because honestly, Songbird, the fact that the team said they have no guarantee of continuing to develop on it in the future, that is what made me just liquidate the whole airdrop bag and take the money to the bank. But Flare, I will be holding. Like, I'm honestly, of course, disappointed with Flare because, dude, they had like 3 different, estimated ballpark launch dates. They completely missed all of them. But at the same time, they are claiming that the Flare networks is going to be much bigger than they originally anticipated, and they want to have a real smooth launch, spend a lot of time just making sure you don't have some kind of crappy rollout. Like, for example, Solana, dude, the network went down for, I believe, like 2 days or something like that. 3 days out of nowhere. They're trying to make sure when they launch this thing, they do it once and they do it right. So although I really, as a token, I don't really respect Songbird anymore, because at the end of the day, it's just a test net and they don't plan to keep developing it. Although I did capitulate my whole Songbird bag and did trade that thing leading up to the airdrop. Made a quick like 1,000 on that, which was pretty cool. But although I am disappointed in the delays of Flare, I still respect this goal. I still respect this project. And when I do get distributed the Flare tokens, I'm not going to be liquidating. I'm going to be holding, because I think this has the potential to be the new Ethereum. So the Flare roadmap, Trail of Bits audit, make sure nothing's going wrong. Rectification if issues are found. If audit passes, Flare launch 4th of July. 75% of initial 15% token distributed completed. Governance update on token distribution. F-Asset A launch. Songbird Bridge launch. Layer Cake Bridge Batch 1. FTSO performance upgrade. F-Asset B launch. Layer Cake Bridges Batch 2. Everything connected. So they are trying to make this almost like fucking one blockchain for all the blockchains. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. I could be wrong, but I am really actually liking this. So honestly, I'm not, hyped on Flare now, but I really do feel like in the future, this is going to have really good branding, and this is going to end up being a reputable top 10 token that forked off the, near perfect XRP ledger. And I love their new milestone here. Or milestone, geez. Their new motto here, which is just connect everything. They are trying to bring the true future of cross-chain compatibility, and that's going to be quite revolutionary for the space. So honestly, I'm still excited for Flare. Not as excited as I used to be, but still respect the project. Not just going to liquidate the tokens. This one for me is worth holding long-term. But again, here's the thing, just the proof of the hype of Flare is kind of gone. This is the contract IOU prices on Bitrue. They started out at 8 cents, went all the way up to $2.30, and then this is when the announcements were of, hey, we're not going to launch this month, hey, we're not going to do it this month, hey, we're going to launch it next year, hey, we're going to launch another time. So the Flare contracts have pretty much gone to a bear market bottom. You could consider accumulating these things. I'm not going to recommend it. I'm just going to take the Flare airdrop and hold that thing, because it seems like what they are trying to do is going to be a legitimized first ever cross-chain compatibility, connect all the blockchains together with this one blockchain forked off the XRP ledger. Absolutely do respect it, but honestly, I just wish they would have launched it sooner when the hype was still there. But I believe right now they are doing a really good job, and I think this is going to be a great project. So the Flare, rollout date is pretty much going to be July 4th, as long as the Trail of Bits audit goes perfectly well and they don't have any problems, it looks like we're going to be receiving these tokens in July and launch the network, get it listed on major exchanges, build up liquidity, and literally make a new Ethereum off the XRP ledger. So guys, thank you for watching the video today. I would appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, check the links in the description to support the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.